This week it's time to work on this gaping big hole. Typically, things can't be easy around here, and in true Klaus style, the rear window is a complex curve. The top and bottom curves are both different, and the hole we're trying to fill is slightly larger than the glass we removed. So first off, we need to make a frame with the matching shape of the window to form the plastic into. It's out with a roller to try and match the top and bottom curve, and some electro-sticky glues it all together. Introducing the box. A couple of sheets of reclaimed plywood and a few infrared heaters dug up from God knows where, and we have a rudimentary oven. It's not the best, but after a few test runs it does the job. Throw a flat piece of polycarb in, and out comes the makings of our rear window. The jigsaw makes light work of the outline, and we can finish it off with the orbital sander. It even fits, sort of. These corners just aren't sitting well enough for my liking. Back to the craft table and out with the cardboard and markers. The plastic is flexible enough that we can flatten it out to make a cardboard template, which is then cut out and transferred to aluminium. We're going to make an external frame that will help hold the curve where we need the window. With the final outside done, we need to mark it up and cut the centre portion out the window. The easy way to do it is very simple. Get someone else to do it. After the frame's been through a roller, it comes out something like this. Because of the big difference between the aluminium and the plastic window, we need to add some clamps and throw a few skin clips on for good measure. It looks pretty good sitting in place, if only we could open it up easily. We found these tiny plastic hinges on eBay and they're good enough for this. The cardboard shims hold the window where we need it and we can give it a shot with some skin clips. Bollocks. Well, it's easy to fix with a few rivets. So now we've got a window that opens, but we need a way to hold it closed. And this is the hardest part. We spent months finding, fabricating, testing, and throwing away other ideas until we found these. Perfect. so let's start drilling some holes. In the meantime of messing around with latches, we've already painted and replaced the skin clips with acorn nuts. Apart from the scratch, it looks pretty good. With the outside poppers done, we can move on to the inside stud. That starts with a cardboard template which magically turns into aluminium. Has a bit of a nip and tuck, and some curvaceous amendments, and some extra bracing. Then a flash of paint and straight into the mount we used for a failed latch attempt. It looks good, and it even works! In episode 2 we cut out these rear windows, but didn't get around to fitting them. They mount on simple piano hinges, but we need to mark and make the mounts for our latches. We'll start with a few holes in the window to hold the popper, and we can move on to the stud. A piece of scrap alley strip is bent into shape, filed to give it that cool radii, and pushed into service. Except it bends. So going from a 2-minute job to a 5-hour one just to reinforce it. But hey, it works, and that's all I really care about. Now we can move on and finish the last gaping hole that we started back months ago. The frame originally used a clamp mechanism to hold it in place, but we've modified it because of space. And now it just slips into place and gets bolted down from the top. We even found a piece of aluminium to fill the hole. It's onto the lathe to spin up some custom dome nut washer things, because why not? They do look pretty good actually. On the inside, we've used all the original sunroof hardware. And why did we go this way instead of a blanking plate like everyone else? Well, if we ever need to get out in a hurry, we can.